Hi, Leo. Happy birthday. Welcome to your August Tarot and Oracle card reading. I think this is going to be a really enjoyable month for you, Leo. I'm really excited for you. The minute I tuned into your energy, the first thing I felt was the sun. It was like this warming, comforting, and just nurturing energy, which I enjoyed. So that is going to be, I think, the underlying energy for you this month is the sun. I'm not sure if the sun card will come up in the tarot cards, but you can keep that as something that I was able to pick up on. I also see a lot of rewards coming in for your hard work. So for work, there may be a lot of acknowledgement, and I saw this like reaping in of the rewards of, probably if some of you have been working on like a project, this month may be a good month where you start seeing results or you start seeing recognition, things like that. And I also saw that for those of you who are in a relationship or looking for a relationship, I did see that this may be a good month to reconnect with your partner. It's also a time for getting to know each other again. So if some of you have felt like there's a bit of a distance or separation in a relationship, I see this month partners spending more time together and kind of getting to know each other again. So there's that rekindling of romance, connection, partnership, that kind of thing. And if you're single and you want to meet someone new, this might be a good month where you meet someone, you kind of start to get to know them, kind of go on dates and that type of initial spark type thing. And I also saw that some of you might just be spending time with friends. This is a very social month for you, Leo. So I saw, individuals going out to the mall, going shopping, going to the movies, that kind of thing. So it's a good month. So let's see what we have for your cards here. Hanged Man. Okay. I see that you might be feeling a bit lighter. You might have found that you're letting some things go. Maybe some stresses. I'm seeing that you're not going to try to worry about things too much. So I think that that's going to be good for you. I think that'll really help you feel light. I love that the World card is here with the Hanged Man. This is really good. The World card is often indicated when an individual has reached the end of kind of like this really long journey. So you can see the World card as it's the last card in the tarot. So it's kind of like the end stage of the Fool's journey. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It just means that it's the end of your specific stage or, some big life lesson that you might have had to walk through, learn, process, that kind of thing. So, and what this also means is that new horizons and new beginnings are ahead of you. So I think that you've approached like this really big end stage and you're kind of tying up loose ends. And I like that the Hanged Man is there because I think that you could be in this really good place of finally being able to let some heavy or really, big things that might have been following you around for quite some time, like that stage is ending for you, which is really good. I think that shows a lot of promise. And it's also, the World card is also, you've come out of it, changed as a person. You're a different person now, and you're ready to move on to something else. You're ready to move on to something new. The Hanged Man upside down also sometimes signifies enlightenment. Like it's this kind of awakening, opening your eyes, the veil being lifted off because we've learned to let something go. We're not trying to control a situation, or we're not trying to have too much control over certain things that, just seem to kind of not go our way. When we learn that process of acceptance and letting go, it kind of helps us to feel relieved and light, and we can kind of move forward with our life and put the past behind us, forgive ourselves for whatever, forgive others for, what has been, so we can start a new chapter and start over again. So this is really positive. I like this. There's a lot of, I'm seeing a lot of new beginnings and a lot of, it doesn't even feel like you're in a transition phase too much. It's almost kind of like, because it doesn't feel like an unknown. Sometimes I see the transition phases where we're kind of like in this unknown period. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more of you're looking forward to what's to come. Wow, so many major arcana cards. Okay, this is going to be a significant month for you, Leo. So the death card is the overarching theme here in your reading. And I kind of feel like, that's the end, that again, so, old parts of us, things that are kind of, they're ready to be put away. They're ready to be done. That's usually what the death card signifies. It's the ending of some big, wow, okay. A big life path or stage. Okay, 10 of Cups in our past. Yeah. So Queen of Swords, every time Queen of Swords shows up, I always see that as someone who has lived quite a bit of life and can really use her intellect and her wisdom to kind of navigate her life. Very wise and very keen, very analytical, but can just uses her life experience. Often signifies a woman who's a bit older, kind of lived more of life and, really is seasoned. I like that word, seasoned. Okay, what do we have coming up in the future for Leo in August? Okay, yeah, again, reaping and rewards. I did see this. So for some of you who have some projects or business, career projects or things that you are looking to see a reward or a result from, this month will be a good month for that. You may see some feedback there. And Seven of Pentacles is also kind of assessing, what you have built up until now and where you want to what you want to do with that, all that you have cultivated. So, sometimes this can also signify investments. So maybe some of you are considering investing in something that will, I'm seeing like house renovations, and I'm seeing, flipping houses. So maybe some of you are considering that, flipping houses. It's an interest of yours, like just something on the side. I am seeing a vacation as well. So maybe some of you want to kind of, go on a vacation, get away for a bit. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, some really positive cards here. We have the Eight of Wands and your present emotions. This signifies new opportunities, things coming in. It kind of feels like the road is clear for you. So I'm not seeing too many roadblocks of what you're trying to achieve. So I did see vacation, and Four of Swords is often it's the card of rest. It's the card of rejuvenation, needing to retreat and kind of take a break from everything that's been going on and needing to kind of reset, go back to the drawing board and try to mark out where you want to go from here. And we have the Queen of Wands in your environmental sphere. Queen of Wands is very imaginative, very clever, very innovative, likes to create things and make things happen using the skills and talents that she has. So I feel like you'll have energy this month. You may also find that you're getting a lot of creative ideas. You may find that, your energy is clear. So you're feeling like you have the energy to, let me say that again, because I think I used the word energy like 5 times in that sentence. I feel like you have cleared a lot of the blockages that could have been causing some stagnancy or some tiredness. Sometimes when we have too much going on and too many emotions going on underneath, it can cause us to become a bit stagnant. Like we don't have the energy to do our work. We don't have the energy, like we want to do things, but we're just emotionally exhausted and mentally tired and exhausted that we can't really put forth the effort that we want to create, some of these projects that we've had in mind. So if that's you, I think that in August, because there's this huge transition period here, there's this big clearing and you're kind of ready to, it seems like you're renewed and you're refreshed. And I really like that the Four of Swords is here as well, because that's what that signifies, is needing to take a break so we can renew and feel refreshed. And I feel like that's going to happen for you in August, where you have enough energy to, actually start working on those projects or things that you've been kind of putting on the back burner. partner, that you finally feel inspired. Queen of Wands is also a very inspired card. If it's usually a really good, shows up for those who want to execute on business ideas or new innovative ideas, or actually want to put action towards dreams and goals that you've been always wanting to do. So it kind of gives you that extra boost in energy. So there's an extra boost in energy here for you. Yeah. And then at the final outcome, here we have the 9 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, having your cups full. And then you also have the 10 of Cups here in the past position for you. I'm hearing that this 10 of Cups feeling is going to return as well. So it's like, it's almost there. It's, the 9 of Cups is being able to hold on to the good things that you have in your life and being able to keep it for yourself. So really good energy this month, Leo. And then we have the 3 of Wands. So I'm hearing that with the 3 of Wands, that there's going to be this exploratory outlook for you this month of kind of seeing what's out there for me and what kind of options are in front of me. What do I have going on? What's this path going to be like now? Because we are at this major ending here. Yeah, you're in a very pivotal point or crossroads in your life. But I'm not seeing confusion. I'm not seeing turmoil. I'm not seeing anything like that. You seem very hopeful. And there's like this, again, the sunshine, like it feels like life is coming back into your energy field and back into you. So that's really beautiful. Fortune's Wheel. Yes. Awesome. So turning of the tides. And again, a major arcana card here. So we have 3. I mean, this is really amazing. This is 4 major arcana cards, and we have 3 here: the Hanged Man, the Sword, and the Fortune's Wheel, clarifying the 2 major arcana cards. So that is a shift in energy. There's something turning in your favor. I'm seeing a lot of abundance. I'm seeing money coming in, rewards coming in, opportunities coming in, relationships kind of being renewed, or new relationships starting, or getting a chance and opportunity to connect with people again. So this is really good. I love this. Let's do a clarifying card for the Death card, please. Oh my gosh. Okay. The Magician. Right. So another major arcana card. This one is creating what we're setting out to do in our minds, like having the resources and the ability to manifest it. So having it's like the Magician is, having very much like the 3 of Wands. It's like looking out onto the horizon and asking ourselves, what is it that we want from life now? What is it that we want to create? And this ending that you're kind of going through, this closing up of a chapter that you're going through, is going to make room for this second chance or this new phase in your life to be able to look at your life and being like, oh, wow, look, I have options again. And it kind of feels like my life opened up and it expanded, that there's many doors that have opened for me or are going to open up for me. And that's going to be able to give me this renewal, this sense of hope, this sense of faith that, when it's true that one door closes, another one opens. And I feel like you're going to see that in this month. Really positive. Messenger of Air with the 10 of Cups. This kind of feels like you're looking back at a situation that you were once very happy in. 10 of Cups. I'm kind of seeing that this could have been in your past, this wishful thinking of you wanting like this happy, it's like this perfect life, right? Like kind of wanting, everything that one would consider like a perfect job, the perfect family, everything perfect. And I kind of feel like, you went through an experience that kind of showed you that, maybe sometimes it doesn't work out that way, or, there could have been a disappointment in your dreams, or things just didn't work out the way you wanted them to. And so we come out with this wisdom. Messenger of Air, it's the Page of Swords. So it's this kind of, looking at the world with this wide-eyed innocence, not really realizing yet that what kinds of things life tends to throw at us, or those curveballs. And I kind of feel like there were these major life lessons that you've learned, a lot of things that you had to endure and go through, and it changed your perspective. It shifted the way you saw life and the world and how things, can work for you. So I kind of feel like, because this is all in your past cards. So I feel like that's the energy some of you may be coming from. Like you're coming from, a period in your life where you kind of had these dreams and goals, and maybe things just didn't work out the way you wanted them to. So we're coming out with this wisdom. I always see the Queen of Swords as wisdom, very, very knowing about the trials and tribulations, knows very well the Fool's journey, kind of like knows all these stages that the Fool has to go through in order to get to this World card right here. Seven of Fire. Yeah. Okay. So you might have had to learn to set some boundaries with people. Maybe that was something that you needed to learn, a life lesson that you needed to learn, learning how to believe in yourself, learning how to believe in your intuition and to trust your intuition, and to, not trust everybody that comes into your sphere, to know that, you have to be, sometimes you have to be your own best friend. Okay. Clarifying card, the Seven of Pentacles. Wow, beautiful. Ace of Earth. Okay, so beginning of prosperity. This is a very lucky card. This is, okay, what I'm hearing is that for some of you, you might be, like I said before, bringing in a lot of abundance from the work that you've done. So maybe some of you are getting a raise, a promotion, something like that. There is some kind of accumulation of abundance from the work that you have put in and kind of assessing it. Now with this, it does kind of feel like you might have enough resources to start a new project, to kind of invest in something else, which is what I saw earlier about when I saw that some of you might want to invest in a new home, repairs in a home, or even kind of start these side projects like flipping houses, or kind of using your funds and resources to fund another project. So that's what I'm seeing. But Ace of Earth, regardless, is a very good auspicious card for those of you who are starting to want to try out a new business or a new venture, or even kind of expand into another level of work. So some of you might want to go back to school and get certified in something, or increase your repertoire of degrees and certificates, something like that. So there could be an advancement, like a next stage that you want to get to in order to grow in your career. So this is also a really auspicious card for that. I'm not saying it's kind of like a beginner's, for those of you who want to go back to school, it kind of feels more like grad school or PhD, or getting a certificate or certified in something extra to supplement what you have already learned, like what you have to build on what you already have. So that's really good. So for those of you who are debating that, playing around with that, or are doing that, this is a really good card. It shows promise. So that's a good path to go on. So there's your confirmation there that it will yield good results, especially financially and in terms of stability. So you're on like a new track on building your stability. Okay. So in the present emotions here, we have the Eight of Wands clarified by the Love card. So this kind of tells me that you are, again, you may have a lot of offers in love, partnerships, friendships here. This kind of tells me that you may be attracting a lot of people. I feel like there's a lot of people around you. You're surrounded by a lot of individuals who want to connect with you, go out with you, want to get to know you, want to spend time with you. I am really seeing a lot of connections here this month. So that's really good. I would take advantage of that. I think that will be very nourishing for you, Leo, in this month. Wow, beautiful. Okay. So we have in your environmental sphere, we have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Queen of Earth. So I kind of feel like this could also be a business partnership. This could be between two individuals that have a Queen of Wands and Queen of Earth type energy. Again, Queen of Wands is innovation, creativity, kind of brings forth that fire into the business, and you could be partnering up with someone who's more of a queen of earth, which is someone who is very stable oriented, kind of like takes care of the groundwork, make sure that we have our paperwork in order, make sure we're taking care of the details. Queen of Wands is more of kind of like, okay, how can we execute? How can we market, put ourselves out there kind of thing? And Queen of Earth is kind of like, okay, make sure we fill out the proper paperwork, that we pull permits, that kind of thing. So I kind of see this, there's this business partnership here, or you could also be juggling these types of things. For those of you who are starting out on a new business, you may be playing around with a lot of this type of energy, needing to figure out how you want to put yourself out there, what kind of actions you want to take in order to expand and grow. It does feel like it's related to work here, especially for those of you who are starting out on a new business. So you might be kind of juggling between, needing to kind of take care of paperwork, kind of like the boring stuff when it comes to business, like this, but it's necessary. And then also kind of making sure you're also balancing your creativity and playing around with that. So that's going to be probably your main focus in terms of work here in the month of August. You might have just a lot going on in a good way, like a lot of ideas, a lot of things pouring through. Four of Swords. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Okay. So we have the Four of Swords clarified by the Empress card. So some of you might need to really take a retreat, take a vacation. And I'm kind of feeling like this will help you to actually give you the energy to create even more. So if you're tired or if you're kind of exhausted and you need some, it's important to take that time off so you can replenish yourself, because the Empress card here kind of feels like there's a lot of abundance waiting for you, but sometimes we have to be careful to not deplete ourselves and to make sure that we recharge. Otherwise, we're going to run dry. And then it'll be kind of like, it's like a sprint rather than a long jog or run. We want to do more long distance running. This is kind of giving me the vibe of like, make sure you're not sprinting, like you burn too fast in the beginning and then you end up getting exhausted and you don't have energy to kind of keep chugging along. So with these two cards, what I'm hearing is if you're starting off on a new, even in a relationship, maybe take it slow, maybe kind of just get to know each other first. Like don't go full on in is what I'm hearing from the Empress Four of Swords. It's like, take your time, go slow. It's like, it'll feel good this month. Like you'll want to kind of sprint and be like, oh my God, the road is open. I'm going to go. And you may find that, you don't want to burn your tires too fast. So that's going to be very important this month, is to kind of take your time, pace yourself and make sure you're resting. Because I feel like there's a lot of energy coming in and you're going to be very excited with all the new stuff that's coming in, and it's going to, don't forget to kind of pace yourself there. Okay, beautiful. So with clarifying the Nine of Cups, we have the Ten of Air. This tells me that it's just about letting go. Again, we have the Hanged Man underneath the World card. So that is letting go. Ten of Air. I love the interpretation of the Ten of Air in this deck because it kind of tells me that, you've reached the end of a stressful situation. You've reached the end of turmoil. You've reached the end of something that has just kind of done you in. And now releasing that and kind of going past that stage in your life. What we have coming up for you is like a replenishment in your emotional fulfillment, or your happiness, your joy. I'm seeing that being returned back to you because you're letting something go. You're letting something that has caused you a lot of emotional turmoil, fatigue, exhaustion. There could have just been people in your life that were very, very draining or very toxic. And I feel like you've done the work to kind of get rid of those people or to end that stage. And now as you're kind of entering into this new place, you're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to feel, I'm seeing like the tank rising again, like the well of water, like refilling up. So if it could have felt dry or you were running dry, I feel like in the month of August, you're going to feel like full. Your reserves are going to be full again. And at the end, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Earth. So again, I remember seeing that for those of you who are, have been working on a project for work or, that kind of thing, that you're going to be recognized. So there could be reward, recognition. That's the Three of Earth, is being rewarded or recognized, getting noticed by something that you've been doing or putting out. So this is a good month for that. If some of you are wanting to get noticed, getting better results from the work that you've been putting in, this is a good month. You're going to be recognized for that. Okay. Let's pick out a guidance card for Leo for the month of August. Be gentle with yourself. Yeah, beautiful. I really think that just kind of brings me back to the Four of Swords and the Empress, where Spirit's saying just to take care of yourself and make sure that you rest and that you are not too hard on yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to, have everything at once and have everything, like putting so many expectations of yourself of how you want life to look that you're kind of working yourself too hard because you just want to reach that goal. Pace yourself is a very, very important message for you this month, but it's all good stuff. I mean, I think that you're just kind of looking out at your life and you're almost feeling like you've kind of have a new lease on life for some of you, that things are starting over again for you. And that's very exciting. So it's going to be important to just take it one day at a time. I'm also hearing that some of you will feel very balanced in your energy. There's not going to be one energy center that's more than the other. I kind of feel like you'll feel very balanced and grounded and very in your element. Like you'll feel like very comfortable in the energy or in the space that you're in. Okay, what is Leo's challenge card for this month of August 2021 here? Okay, purification and opportunity. Yeah. I'm hearing that with the purification card that, there may be kind of like this, there may be kind of like I don't want to say the word struggle. It's not struggle. It's like, there may be like this shift that's happening, and that could sometimes be a bit overwhelming is what I'm hearing. Like, it's kind of like maybe you've been in a place where things haven't been working out, or they've been difficult, or they've been very, they've been, there's just a lot that's been going on. And so maybe some of the things that you're leaving behind could be where you are having to look at that and kind of reflecting back on where you're coming from. And so that purification process of this renewal and restarting, it's kind of you're reflecting back on where you're coming from and looking at all the things that you've been through. And there'll be an opportunity for that. I'm hearing that. I'm also hearing that there may be an opportunity for someone to come in and help you with that, kind of unpack some of the stuff that you're coming from, or some of the trials and tribulations that you've had to walk through. So maybe some of you are also spending time in, with like a life coach or with a friend, or, someone to kind of help you work through some of the things that have passed. So that might be one of the challenges that you have for this month. But I think that it's just necessary. It's like a necessary closing for this next chapter. So you can so there's no like residual things that you're bringing into this next stage. So you can kind of really process everything and just put it away. And you can walk into this new stage in your life with more optimism and hope and happiness. Okay, what's coming up for Leo? What's Leo's hope card here? Love it. Love. Beautiful, because I really did see some new relationships there in friendship and in love. I saw some new budding romances, like budding relationships where you're kind of getting to know each other, going on these first dates, kind of getting back out there for those of you who are single or newly separated. And then for others of you, I'm seeing kind of like connecting with friends and having more time in your schedule to be able to meet up with friends or people you really enjoy the company of. And then we have embracing and community. I love that. Yeah. So I think that this is going to be a very social month for you, and that's going to really be an enjoyable experience for you this month. Leo, you're going to really enjoy being around other people and connecting with them. Love that. So these are your hope cards. That's what you have coming up for you in the month of August, is embracing the people that you love and also giving other people, new people, opportunities and chances to kind of form new bonds and relationships. So that's going to be really cool. Okay. Your animal totem card is armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. And I think that the month of August is you're just not going to allow anyone to just kind of come into your life. There may be old people that kind of want to return, want to try to infiltrate this beautiful new energy that you're in. But I'm seeing that you're just going to set your boundaries and not really allow them to do that. I think that this month is going to be very important for you to only focus on those people or those things that you know will kind of help you grow and expand and go into this new phase in your life with hope and optimism. And you're not really giving anybody any more room to kind of infiltrate and kind of come in. And I'm also hearing to listen to spirit here. Listen to spirit's guidance, your intuition, because it will lead the way. It will tell you like who to trust and who not to trust, what opportunities to take and which ones to kind of reject. And you know yourself well, and you know what's best for you. So listen to that and trust your instincts this month when it comes to that. I'm not seeing it playing too big of a role in your life. I'm not seeing too much interference, but if it does come up, it's going to be important for you to set those boundaries. And maybe for some people, you need to reinforce those boundaries because some people tend to try to break the boundaries down. So that's going to be important for you as well. In the relationship sphere, I'm kind of hearing that you're wearing your heart on your sleeve this month. I feel like you're feeling safe again to kind of express this love for the people that you have in your life. I'm seeing kind of like the walls around your heart come down. So some of you have had to build like this protection fortress around your emotional space or your heart space. I'm seeing like you're kind of giving yourself permission to take that down. This month also may be a month where you are practicing more self-love. You're allowing yourself to indulge yourself in things that help you to feel more cared for and loved. Really beautiful. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yeah. And I think that that's very strong with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man that you had in the beginning of the reading is letting go of things that just, it's kind of like you cut your losses, whatever's been has been, and you're ready to just move on to something else. That's all we can do is just keep moving forward, and we do our best. And I think that you know that, and you're in that space where you're in acceptance of how life has gone up until now. Whatever has been, and we're ready to move on to this new stage. Beautiful reading, Leo. I think you're going to really enjoy this month, and you're going to love being around the people that you're around this month. And I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I do have private readings below in my description if that's something that resonates with you, or some of you need, extra guidance or have any questions. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you for next month, Leo. Happy birthday.